Hi, Devera. Can y'all hear me? If y'all can't hear me, I have to get on my laptop. Can you hear me? Whew. I had to get a fan. It's hot in here. Whew. Whew. Hi, Kalisha. I don't know about y'all, but I kind of like. I kind of liked the episode. It seemed like the sisters kept moving, but I don't like those 2 minutes of this and 2 minutes of that. Yes, hit the like button when you come in, but I don't like the whole 2 minutes of this, 2 minutes of that. When they doing these shows now, I need to see like 4 or 5 minutes of a scene and then move along. But I think he had a lot to go on. Oh, how was the concert? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was disappointed. I think Janet was tired. I think a few people I knew, I just got off the phone with a friend who went to her concert the night before mine, and they said she was dancing her butt off and doing everything. At my concert, she wasn't dancing, and I spent a lot of money on those tickets, so I was a little disappointed. The music was good and all of that, but I pay to see Janet dance. I don't pay to see her walk across the stage and take her time. And she all night with me. She wasn't doing all of that. It was just that's all she did. There was no. It wasn't enough dancing for me. She was too. My friend said no. She killed it the night before in New Jersey. When she got to New York, she was slacking. She slacked on us. And I think I'm going to write a letter. I think I'm going to write a letter to her people and say how disappointed I was. If she was hurt, they should have said that something. But I will never again book a ticket for her concert right at the day after she do another concert because she needs to rest in between. She shouldn't have done that. And I didn't know she was 58. I had her at 55, but still, I don't care. I'm older than her. I would have been up there. I was in the stands like, yeah. I'm a dancer. I got to dance. And she didn't dance. And that's what I called. That's what I wanted. Nelly was good, but he a rapper. But he had enough people on the stage doing stuff. She only had 4 dancers behind her. But I had fun because I'm always going to have fun wherever I go. I'm going to have fun. Even if I'm disappointed with the people who are around me or the people who did whatever, I'm going to make sure I have fun. So, I mean, that's that. Anyway. Whew. I feel good. Everybody, what did y'all think about the show last night? That's sad. Yeah, it's sad because I spent a lot of damn money on that ticket. That's the sad part. My friend said he saw her 15 times. He saw Janet 15 times. And when he went to New Jersey, the tickets were $50 less than New York. And so I could have went with him the night before. I wished I had gone with him the night before on Tuesday. That would have been better for me anyway. But she didn't get to dance. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Belinda. I saw Amanize, Devera, Kalisha, and everybody else who's on and hitting the thumbs up. Hello, everybody. It's time to talk about sisters. It is 7:31. I'm going to start with my favorite scene of the whole episode. I don't know. Maybe I should let y'all guess which was my favorite scene. But if you already saw my review, then you already know what one was my favorite scene. My favorite scene of the whole episode, and it wasn't Karen with her baby daddies. That's just my baby daddy. That's just my baby daddy. No, it wasn't that. It was Pam and Miss Marie. Pam and Miss Marie. Hi, Kathy. That was my favorite scene when she was giving out her samples and Miss Marie was like, "Who is this marvelous creature? I like her." Or she said, "I love her. Never a dull moment here at this place." It's like she got along with Pam. And maybe that's who Miss Marie was when she first started off. But for Hayden to be so calling her a hood rat and everything, she was like, but when she said, Miss Mother effing Marie Ellen, she was like, you effing right. I said, oh, okay, Miss Marie was cursing and everything. I said, is Miss Marie cussing? Miss Marie cussed. I was like, this is too much. Oh, Danny and Tiffany, yo. Tiffany, something needs to happen with Tiffany. When she pushed past her, I was done. First of all, she walked in and wasn't invited. It wasn't her place to come and step to Danny. You're supposed to talk to your ex-husband and tell him, look, your girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. And he didn't even look like he had a problem with her doing that. I'm like, Danny, run. Run, Danny. He ain't worth it. He ain't worth it to me. I was like, don't do it, Danny. Don't do it. Oh, I like Fatima having Zach in the headlock as well. She's like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad here. She turned around, told him next time she gonna be in jail for double homicide if she ever was at the house again. But he asked her. He did ask her, do you have any recommendations? She said, I knew she couldn't deal with it right then and there because Andy was in front of her crying. But it was like, you should have told him to call your girl, Angela. You didn't give him that. So he got who he could. Was Mikey pointing to Deja when Fatima came in the house? It was Did he point to her? I didn't see him pointing to her because I was on this, watching on this because I don't have access to it on my TV anymore like that. So Mikey pointed to her. She looked up and saw her, was like, uh-oh. But even Deja was like, oh, shit. She was like, it's Fatima. It was too funny. That was too funny. Danny needs to run like Forrest Gump and not fool with Tony. He's nothing but trouble. His ex-wife is going to do everything to get him back. Yep. I think so. I know she is. She's going to do it. And she told her that's what she's going to do. But why is he going back to that same thing that you showed up at her house and didn't give her a chance to hide anything? She's not going to know after a long day at work, then going dealing with her friend, then coming there to watch your kids. You should have had her, like I said, watch them at your house. Your child-proof house. That's all she had to do is come over there. I don't understand why he thought it made sense to bring his kids to her house where they're unfamiliar, than to his house where all she had to do is sit on the couch and watch them. That would have been an easier thing to do if you ask me. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but that would have been easier. Oh, Zach should have told her how that happened. Yeah. He didn't get a chance to, basically. He really didn't. Oh, you didn't see it either, huh? When Michael pointing at her. I know he was playing with his game. I'm waiting for the moment he talks. I thought he was going to talk while she was there. I was going to be shocked if he did that. Andy should have told both Jordan and Penelope what was going on in her office. Yep. Wasn't bugged. Right, exactly. She really should have. But see, here's the scary part. Like I said in my review, she could have told him, but that guy Ethan, he would have told Ethan and said, my house is bugged. He would have told Ethan, and then Ethan would have alerted Gary. Then Andy would have been in trouble. But Andy never told Fatima. I'm like, why didn't you tell Fatima? And you see next week, he's going to come in there dressed all nerdy, showing up at Karen's baby shower? At Karen's baby shower? And how is it being thrown at Andy's penthouse when Andy didn't have anything to do with putting it together? But I guess Sabrina called her. Okay, here's the other person I didn't like. Rich. Rich need to be gone. Sabrina, dump that zero and get with a hero. Because he thought he had the right to come up to her after she just told him that maybe we need to take a break. And you want to act like you her man, which you kind of are, but and sit there in front of this guy and explain to her, you said that you was in a work thing, like trying to embarrass her in front of this man. And then when the man put out his hand to shake it, what's his name? I keep saying Damani. I'm like, what's up with that? Somehow I'm hoping Andy grows a backbone against Gary. But what I did like is the growth seen in Karen and the growth seen in Danny. Karen took the initiative after listening to her mother and calling Zach, calling Aaron, doing what she has to do. And then even when Zach didn't come with Fatima, she's asked, where's Fatima? So, look, she got her wish. Fatima wasn't there, but at least she offered. You know what I mean? And that helps. That really helps. Danny understanding a little bit of what Karen's going through, but it's a different, it's so on a different level, if you ask me. It's a different level of what happened with Zach and Fatima. It's different because Zach hasn't been with Karen 11 years. They weren't married. They don't have any kids together. And Karen threw Zach out. So that's why they're not together. Karen didn't want to have nothing to do with him anymore. So it's a little bit different, but Danny says she kind of understands. And I think that growth, and we've seen in Danny, is because of her going to therapy, which is, really wonderful, if you ask me. It's a good thing. That vape pen, I wasn't solely about that vape pen. Tiffany wanted the opportunity to let Danny know where she stand with Tony. Yep. I like the part when Karen was at the doctor and she had Zach. Where was she? Yeah, I like that. Yep. Somehow, somewhere, I'm hoping to go. Oh, yeah. Tiffany had no right. And it's so strange how her daughter remembered the address and how to get there. And why didn't you run to your husband, as you keep trying to say, and tell him, look, I don't want her around my woman. You don't get to walk in somebody's house. I would have pushed her out and said, no, you don't. You don't come in my house. I would have pushed her out. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but that's what I would have did. It's a different level for sure. Yep. Hey, everyone that just joined, hit the like button and the notification bell and notification button. Thank you. Karen should apologize to Fatima instead of Zach. Did she apologize to Zach about something? What did she apologize to Zach about? I don't remember her apologizing to him. I like the scene between Karen and Danny. They both said what was on their minds. Yeah, they did. And they hugged. And did you notice Karen did tell her she loved her, but Danny didn't say anything for a while. And then she finally, at the end, after Karen said it 3 times, Danny said, I love you too. But it made her think. And that shows growth when somebody could think and put themselves in a situation and say, yeah. But Tiffany, and the way she already told Danny what she going to do, yeah, I'm going to tell him blah, 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 blah. And the fact that Tiffany nor Tony understand that they're not doing a good job as a parent when you allowing your child to go through people's stuff. And I'm glad Danny called him out on that. She said, you're trying to blame me instead of blaming her for taking people's stuff. And then she said, no, blaming the parents who didn't teach her. Oh, I was like, Tony was heated. I know he was, but she was right. She said, no, talking ain't working. All that talking, and you need to take your belt off. I was like, you can't do that nowadays. They try to report you. The kids will be up there. I'm telling the cops. Well, let the cops raise you then. Danny opened up about how they truly feel. Zach wanted Danny first. She didn't want him, and she put him and Karen together. I remember that. Oh, Kathy, you saw Michael pointing at Deja. Yeah, I didn't get to see that part. hmm I didn't like the way Tony just dodged the question when Danny told him he needed to check his demon seed kid. Yep, he sure did. Tony and Tiffany. He said, "Okay, I'll talk to her." But I was like, Danny was talking about that girl like he wasn't the father. I was laughing. To teach their kids to respect other people, and that's the truth. If she's not lying, it's the truth. Karen's supposed to apologize to Zach. Devera, why is Karen supposed to apologize to Zach? For what? I don't know. Tiffany should have got popped walking into her house and throw the vape pen. Oh yeah, she threw the vape pen. I don't know if those things could break. That's so funny. Somebody was trying to vape in the concert last night. And these black girls, they had to call a security on them by their behinds. I'm like, why people think they could just vape anywhere? It's we in a stadium and you trying to vape. Come on now. Tiffany should have told Tony about that pen and let him talk. Exactly. That's what I said. Yep. It wasn't her place to say anything. She doesn't know Danny. And her kids were only there one time. You're not watching my kids. I'm like, no. Your kids are in my stuff, and you're not teaching your kids not to touch other people's stuff. That's what's happening. And that's why I didn't like they didn't let Danny say that to Tiffany. And I wish she would have. You heard what she called her. Look here, Tiff. I said, oh my goodness. She called her Tiff. And then what was that scene? Oh, at the salon when Miss Lisa was telling Karen, I said she was absolutely right. If Pam is using your salon to store her stuff, she's using your salon to sell her stuff, she's using her salon to promote her stuff, why are you not getting a cut? She definitely should be getting a cut. I wish they had showed us that. But I guess what's going to happen is Pam probably going to say no and get mad, and that's when maybe Karen will pull out that picture of Trey kissing that other girl. I don't know. But she should have been getting a cut out of something. I'm not kidding. I know you don't want to bother people when they first start off. You try to look out for them. I get it. You don't want to be digging in their pockets, but 10% or something. And then she coming late all the time and using her stuff. And I don't know. I mean, how do y'all feel about that? Have you heard from Sherry? Oh, yes. I heard from Sherry Elliott. Yes, let's keep her in prayer. Hold on. Let me see what I wrote, what she said. I'm glad you reminded me because I said I was going to remind everybody to keep praying for Sherry. She's getting better. But she can't talk because even when she's trying, I don't know if it's talking or typing, it's a little off. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, it's right next to it. Hold on. Sherry, I said, are the doctors saying you'll make a full recovery, or is your faith in God that's letting you know you'll make a full recovery? Hallelujah. And she said, yes, both. The doctors are saying she'll make a full recovery, and her faith in God, she believes she will make a full recovery. So she said, she said to tell everybody, thanks for the prayers. So let's keep praying for Sherry Elliott. Let's keep Sherry Elliott in prayer. Let's see. Let me see. Let's keep Sherry Elliott in prayer. There we go. That's how her name is spelled. Sherry Elliott. Yep. Okay. Miss Lisa was definitely on point. Oh, wait a minute. I agree with you about that, Belinda. Oh, on tip. Okay, the writers are saying that she's supposed to make a good relationship with Danny and Zach. Well, that's what happened. She had that relationship, and then Zach was so happy, that she invited him to the sonogram and Fatima. And you saw when he called Fatima, he was like, "Oh my God, maybe this means she's changing and she's growing." He was excited about that. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? Who else came on? Okay. I saw Belinda. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Miss Lisa was definitely on point about Pam. Karen should get a cut of the profit that she's bringing in. Exactly. I've been saying a prayer for Sherry. Thank you, Valerie. Yeah. Hi, Brenda, Belinda, Valerie. I thought Tiffany was going to tell Danny about Tony spending the night. Yes, somebody said that. I was wondering. I forgot about that. I forgot all about that. You know, I'm glad everybody's doing good. But what else happened? What else? There was another scene. I said, oh, it still was cute. That whole Miss Marie thing when she walked off with Pam and she asked Pam herself, "Are you going down?" And she said, "Oh, let me tell you." And she started telling them about how this was a dream. This is Pam and somebody was a dream, and she started it in the kitchen of her boss's salon. And she said, "Let me tell you about my dream, Miss what's her name? Marie said." And I was like, "Look at her. You busy, Hayden busy calling Pam a hood rat, while Miss Marie is like loving her." So I don't understand. Talking about it's not professional, not professional. I said, no, Hayden. What wasn't professional is you sleeping with Miss Marie, your client. That's not professional. What's her name did? But she said the biatch that stay with you need to have bald edges. I start laughing. Oh, speaking of her, Tamara. What was Tamara thinking when she went in there to see Gary? Did she really think something was going to happen? Did she really think she had pull over Gary? She don't know who Gary is. And then she really spit at him. She spit at him and said, "You don't know who you messing with." So I'm like, what connections does she have? What connections do this child, Tamara, have that she thinks she could come up against Gary? I was like, I don't know. Yes, that was a cute scene with Pam and Miss Maria. And then Hayden sitting there saying that he didn't say we, but if y'all go back and listen, he told Miss Marie, she said, "Are you sure you can get proof that he, was cheating?" And he said, "It's just a matter of time before we find something he did." He said we. Now who's we? He talking about him and the person that's looking, the PI that he hired, because he said we, like he was in France. We, Mizzou. You know, that was a cute scene. Pam and Marie Cynthia. I think that was the nanny. What happened to the babysitter nanny? Oh, right. He said she was out of commission. That's what Zach told Fatima, that the nanny was out of commission, so he couldn't get her. But I was like, how would he know who to call? He was calling his boys. He didn't know who else to call. But then to tell Deja if she late her rent, she don't have to pay a late fee for the rest of the year. And I said, no, that's stupid. That's real stupid to say that. Tamara does think she has the upper hand, and I really don't think she does. I don't think she has it at all. Hayden is lying about Miss Marie's husband cheating. Did he forget him and Miss Marie is the one who's cheating? Well, they might be legally separated or something, and if that's the case, they not cheating. But he could get in trouble from his job. You having sex with your client? You having a relationship with your client? You can't do that. I thought Gary was going to hurt Tamara. I did too. I did too. I was wondering. But he said, oh, he talked about her coochie being too wide, told her to do some kegels. I said, oh, I was like, no, he didn't. Then he told her she had a stank coochie and stuff and get it out of here. And he was just real nasty to her. And I'm like, she tried to throw the FBI thing up in there. If the FBI ain't take him now, they ain't taking him, honey. They ain't taking him if they ain't already take him. Most of that stuff burned the customer's edges off. The lawsuit will be against Karen and her son. Oh, yup. That is true. That is true. That's why I was concerned. She gave that jar to Miss Marie, and Miss Marie said she was definitely going to try it. And Miss Marie hated they did forget that. Yeah, Miss Marie try that and that stuff do something. I hope it doesn't. She done gave it to enough people. I mean, I'm wondering how she mixes it. Does she mix it every night and do her own little mixture? Do she have a machine that she use? I don't think Pam have a company doing it. And those samples she gave, those jars are way too big to be given as samples. She needs to be given smaller jars for samples. They ain't got edges, don't need that much stuff. You know, you putting it on, it's just a sample. The head boss needs to fire Maurice because you know Sabrina will. Oh my God, let's not talk about that. That I'm done with how they have Maurice behaving. He is supposed to be at work. He is supposed to be professional. Did you hear that white guy telling him that he needs to can he asking him to take these other people and he's going, I hear white noise, all this white noise. Excuse you? And the customers looking at him back and forth, looking at them, and I'm like, why are you doing this? And then the teller said, 2 people already quit because of you. If you got people quitting because of him, and if they go into human resources or whoever to tell, Sabrina gonna have a problem. Sabrina is not checking Maurice. She's coddling him. She's not checking him and telling him to stop. He needs to be doing work. I'm not understanding why the writers think that makes for good TV. It makes no sense to me for him to behave that way. I don't know. I hated to go to Maurice is working my nerves. He needs to be fired. He's nosy trying to listen to Sabrina. Yep. And then lying. I'm Sabrina. I'm Sabrina. Thank you. Yes, that's me. And I'm like, you don't play around. You don't know who he could be from corporate. He could have said, you know what? You might need to fire that guy. Okay, Gary says Tamara private stank, but he told her he can get it when he wants to, so her private can't be that stank. Exactly. I thought about that too, Belinda, but I didn't want to write that in my review. But I was like, but yet you keep going for it. You know, I mean, come on, Gary. If it's stank and it's too loose, why are you doing that? And it can't be that loose if Hayden is hitting that little bit of thing, because he got a pencil according to Fatima. So he would be knocking in the walls like. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, Andy should have broken up with Jordan. Should not have broken up with Jordan. She should have stayed with him and fight against Gary. And then she could have told him outside of the house what's going on. But Jordan's so dumb because he's trusted Ethan and he don't even know who Ethan is. You don't tell people everything. You just can't tell them everything. What is it? Me too. I think that Andy would tell Fatima what's going on and she will call her cousin Madam. I don't know, because it seems like the baby shower is happening next week and she's coming in and Gary shows up. But it is her house. So, but Fatima doesn't look like, Andy doesn't look like she's dressed for a baby shower. That pink pantsuit, I don't know, something look off. But you see Karen and Fatima are talking. That's what I caught from that. Karen and Fatima talking, and she said, I think something, I was going to ask you about Andy. And Fatima said, something's definitely off. And then Gary comes in looking like a nerd, like he's about to play golf or something. I was like, what is that outfit that Gary has? I'm like, it was with that plaid checkered shirt. I was like, wait, I never seen Gary in nothing like that. I thought it was hilarious, that outfit. But even Zach said, what are you doing here? Zach said, what are you doing there? So he had to go up against Zach and Aaron. And Aaron used to be his boy. So I'm interested in seeing how this interaction happens at the baby shower. Well, Aaron is there, Zach is there, and and Gary shows up who wasn't invited. Because you know what's going to happen. Andy's going to lie and say she invited him. But if she would tell somebody to get help, especially somebody like Fatima to get help, you know Fatima got connections. I'm not understanding why she doesn't, I don't know, reach out for help and try to handle everything on her own. And all she does is make everything worse. Because she thinks she's handling and doing the right thing, she's making things worse. That's all Andy's doing. I just don't know. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I'm looking at your message, Valerie. Okay. Sabrina was talked too much about that sperm mess. Well, he asked what's going on. Will tell Fatima what's going on, and she will call her cousin Madam. Andy should not have broken up with Jordan. Like, I got that one. I got that one. You're too. I got Valerie's. Ethan is going to turn against Gary. You think so? I hope so. Everyone is asking Gary, what is he doing there? I'm wondering. I hope they throw him out. Yes, I'm definitely looking to see Aaron's response. Yep. Aaron might try to be cool and be the nice guy, but it's not his baby shower. And the only thing I can see is that Andy lies and says that she invited him when she can't invite him if they didn't invite him. She'll say, this is my man and we're getting married. That don't mean he gets to be invited. It still doesn't mean he's invited. DeVere, I think so too, because I don't think he knew exactly what he was getting into with Scary Gary. Nope, sure didn't. Hi, Tanya, you made it, huh? How are you? Melrose. Oh, hi, Melrose. I didn't see you. I thought I saw Rich in the background at the baby shower. I did. That's why I was wondering why Rich was there. And I said, what, Sabrina invited him because she threw the shower? Or she trying to put that baby thoughts in his head at her friend's baby shower? I wanted to know why Rich was there. I sure did. I'm glad you reminded me about that. I don't understand why he's there. He has no purpose to be there. Mm-hmm. And it's not like it's Jordan's, Jordan ain't there. Tony's not there. I don't think he's there. So I don't know why Rich is supposed to be there unless, like I said, she's trying to push for him to want a baby. That's all I could think of. Andy tells everything else, but she can't tell this. Tell me about it. Hey, everyone that just came in, hit the thumbs up, please. Thank you. Background at the baby shower. Yep. I have a feeling too, DeVera, that Ethan might turn on Gary. I think he felt uncomfortable about the photos he took. But you took them. And we didn't hear him get instructions to do that. That's one thing we didn't see. Instructions for him to get Jordan in a compromising position and take pictures. And they got him blindfolded because I guess they didn't want people to see that he's asleep. And hands stuck that picture. His hands was like this, and somebody's between his legs and titties in his face. And I was like, what in the world? And Gary think it's funny. I mean, they can't have Gary just keep always getting away with stuff. Sometimes the bad guy has to lose. I get tired of these Tyler Perry shows like on the Oval. The bad guy always seemed to get away with stuff. The have and the have-nots, it seemed like the bad guy was always getting away with stuff. It's time to make them start paying. That's what I think should be happening. I don't know about y'all. But he should feel uncomfortable about those pictures. Aaron is going to ask Gary, why is he there as well? Oh, he is? Oh, my God. Sabrina and Rich is getting on my nerves. Yep. They should have wrote the script for everyone to ask Gary at the same time what he was doing there. What are you doing here? Melrose sees. Oh, man. What is this? Something popped up on my computer screen. Was it Melrose? He's going to be there. Yep. I want to know why Tony and Tiffany isn't addressing their daughter taking people's things. So if she goes to the store and steal, I guess they'll blame the store. They will. They're gonna blame the store owner for having them out on the shelf for her to get to it. That's the type of child. The way these parents are acting, they're acting like they those rich parents who let their kids could do no wrong and let them get away with stuff. But what's going to end up happening, if you ask me, they gonna end up, and when that child get older, having to bail her out of jail. So they better keep bail money in a safe for her, because if she gonna keep stealing like that and taking stuff that doesn't belong to her, she gonna end up in jail. Mark my word. I think so. Is he going to be there? I want to know where Tony, Tony exactly. Pam and Karen are supposed to get into it. What? What? Devera? Wait. Pam and Karen are going to get into it? Oh, probably because Karen going to ask her for some money. She going to ask her for some money. She did use her credit card for some of the product. She didn't pay her back. And her insurance lapsed, and she needs it. There ain't nothing wrong with her giving her $100 a week or something like that. $75 a week, give her something. Especially if you're getting paid and you using her space for it. I don't know. Danny and Tony are totally clueless about their kid. I don't think he. Oh, you meant not Danny. You meant Tiffany and Tony are clueless about their kids. I don't think he understood what Danny said at all. They are taking up for their kids even when wrong. Exactly. And I have a problem with parents like that. I'm sorry. You know your child. You know your child is sneaky and conniving and whatever else. You know they touch things, they bother things. You know what to do. You don't want you don't want this issue going to people's houses. That's why you let them stay at your house and let the babysitter come to your house. Why did Tony have a problem with Danny being in his house with his kids? Anybody ever thought about that? Why would Tony send his kids somewhere they don't know with a woman they don't really know, instead of having them comfortable at his house and asking her to come over there? What's he hiding? I don't know. I just don't get it. Danny, Tony, okay. I don't understand why in different clips they don't show that's on there. Oh, what's on there? I don't understand why in different clips they don't show. I don't know either. And I don't understand why this woman keeps saying that Tony is her husband. Why she keeps saying my husband, even though they're divorced. I don't know. Maybe she didn't want the divorce, but if you signed those papers, you did. And Danny had to keep reminding her. But I was like, Danny, I wouldn't even fight for him, especially after the way he treated you and try to blame you. And he's still trying to blame you, for what his daughter did. And for the fact that he brought them to her house while she was at work. She wasn't even there. She was at somewhere else. And he's taking no ownership for that. I don't know. Tony know exactly what Danny was telling him. Yep. And I want to see if he's going to yell at Tiffany saying, what was you doing at Danny's house? What was you doing? Or is he going to be, Danny told me that you went to her house. Why did you do that? No, if he's going to be like that, I don't need to hear him. Because the way he came at Danny about his kids is the same way he need to come at his wife about Danny. Who are you to come up to Danny like that and do this and say that? That's how he should be, with attitude. That's what I'm saying. Gary is supposed to get a beat down in the finale. What? I hope so. Are you serious? Belinda, I hope so. I know there's supposed to be some police or something involved in the finale. I remember reading, when I was reading the character description, something about policemen in the last, oh, wait a minute. Or was that All the Queen's Men? Let me shut up. Never mind. It might have been a different show. Anyway, Tony had the nerve to get mad when Danny told him they need to control their child instead of blaming Danny. Isn't that something? And that's what I'm saying. That's just what I'm saying. They are not taking ownership of what their child did. It is absolutely wrong. You can't just go, she gonna go steal at the wrong person's house. You can't even take your child. You can't take that girl nowhere. And she gonna look around and steal people's stuff. And how she stealing? But first of all, why is your vape pen all the way on this side of the floor and not over by the nightstand by your bed or something? Oh, maybe she don't have a nightstand by her bed. But I thought she would pull her vape pen out of there unless the child was all the way over there on that side too. But your child need to be sitting still in the living room. Why is she touching things? I don't know. I don't know. Tony, I can believe that. Melrose, I can believe. Uh, what's his name? Dim, Dimon. I always say his name wrong. Damn it, I'm saying Damini, but it's not that. Damani Hendricks, the guy who was interviewing Sabrina, asking her about being bank manager. Too bad he doesn't know the truth on how she got the position. Maurice lied and got page 5. Yep, Valerie. And then, like I said, that if y'all heard the guy behind the desk, the teller, he told Maurice, it's bad enough 2 people already quit because of you. People quit because of Maurice, and Sabrina think it's a good idea to have him there. I'm not trying to be mean, but I hope something happens and she lose her job because of that. And they tell her she has to pick between her job and her friend, and see if her dumb butt picks her friend, because she is not doing a good job as a manager and checking him. She is as bad as a manager with Maurice as Tony and Tiffany are with their daughter being parents. They're terrible. They're not telling the right people what to do and how to behave. Tony asked Danny at the last minute to watch his kids. It's no need for them to go to dead. Exactly. Gary's supposed to get hurt or something at the end. I hope he does. Sorry, but I do. Yep, show did, Valerie. Oh. Yep. And then, what's his name? Made an ass out of himself. He's an idiot. Rich walking up there because he sees her out eating. I wonder, was he supposed to just happen to be there and see it? Or he went to check on her? Because I'm confused when she said, we need to take a break. But yet, when he came in, she said, hey, boo. She said, hey, boo. Or something like they all good. I said, wait a minute. Are they all good like that? Because I thought she said we need to take a break. And then everything was all good with them. So I'm confused about that. And then he felt bad. He wouldn't shake the dude's hand. He was acting all flaky. And I thought Rich was out of line. Even if you didn't know who this guy was, even if you thought she was on a date, you out of line. That's just my thought. Sabrina's just as bad as Maurice. Well, you right about that. Preach, Barbie, Sabrina and Maurice. I won't even blink an eye if they both got fired. I wouldn't either. He is acting so unprofessional, and she's acting clueless, like she doesn't see what he's doing. Like I said, just like Tony and Tiffany are acting clueless about their thieving daughter, Brianna. You know, it's like, come on. You know what's going on, and you're not addressing it. That's not helpful at all for anybody. Look at Karen and Danny, how they made up. And one of the things that Karen said that I love, that she said, I'm sorry it took this long for us to have this conversation. You know, maybe they could have avoided some uncomfortableness between them and the sister group, you know. Rich was very disrespectful. Yep. Tony said, I can't spank her because the era we are in. Danny said, she's got spanked and I turned out all right. Oh, yeah. And then he tried to say, well, you are a pothead in therapy. I said, yo, what? I would have left right then and there. You're a pothead in therapy. And she said, you're divorced with 2 kids and you're in therapy too. He in therapy too. So he thought therapy was a good thing for her. Now you trying to make it seem like therapy is a bad thing that she's in therapy. And I got confused by that, because before he was promoting it like it's a good thing, but he tried to make her feel bad about being in therapy and called her a pothead When he used, that's what attracted him to her. When he saw her smoking in the car next to his van, and he was the one pushing up on her. So if you had a problem with her smoking, then you should have never pushed up on her. Don't get me started, y'all. About to go off. I'm gonna have to start doing some shorts again because these people was getting on my nerves a little bit. I liked the episode because it was moving, but people was working my nerves. Please hit the thumbs up button when you come in. Thank you. Oh, hey Brenda, how are you? Better late than never, girl. Better late than never. And let's all keep Sherry Elliott lifted up in prayer. She's still going through her physical therapy, trying to get out of that stroke that she had. We believing in God that she's going to get out of it. We are believing. And I know God will do it. He'll do it. He's done it before. He'll do it again. So let's woo-hoo, let's keep Sherry in prayer. Lift it up in prayer for sure. Okay. We have Sabrina should not get that promotion. She didn't deserve the promotion and she wouldn't have gotten it. That was a touching scene with Karen and Danny. It really was. It really was. And they got a lot of stuff out without being nasty, too nasty, even though, Karen had a little eye rolling going and stuff. And Danny admitted her part, owned her part, and Karen owned her part. Because Danny was like, I'll take the immature because I'll play a lot. But I forgot the other one she said. But trustworthy, untrustworthy? No, that ain't me. Tamara told Gary she's not the one to be played with, and she spit on him. Everyone forgets Tamara works for Madam. That's Madam's money. I don't think so. I don't think she's still. I don't. For some reason, I don't think she's still working for Madam in that role. Do you? I don't think Madam would do anything for her because she's an employee. Madam ain't gonna look out for an employee, and she got greedy. Tamara got greedy and got caught out there. So Madam won't get mixed up in that. But Madam would get mixed up in something in that stuff for Andy if Fatima called on her. I'm sure about that. Yes, Tony and Tiffany are both in denial about their demon seed kids. Every time you say demon seed, who was the other one said children of the corn? I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. They better check them kids now because as they get older, it would definitely get worse. That's what I said. They better have bail money put aside because Brianna definitely getting arrested for stealing. And we said they're going to blame the store owner for having products out on the shelf for her to take. That's right, Belinda. I forgot Tamara works for Madam. Yep. Lots of prayers for Sherry. Belinda, hey. If you haven't joined, hit the notification button as well and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Tiffany showing up at Danny's house. Hey, Carolyn. Carolyn's here. Hey, y'all. Tiffany showing up at Danny's house, taking Ish and coming at Danny sideways for they unruly child. That clearly they don't even control. And she in the army. I like when Danny said, that don't scare me. Because Karen was like, oh, yeah, she in the army. She said, that don't scare me. And I said, that's right. Don't let it scare you. Tamara is overdoing what she's supposed to be doing for working with Madam. Oh, well, no. Because Devera, she's done with that. As far as Fatima's concerned, Fatima told her she's done. You do whatever you want. But she was done with that. She no longer has anything to do with that. Oh, it was you, Melrose, who called them children of the corn. I was dying. I was calling them baby kids. Baby kids don't know how to act. Just don't. What else happened? Let's see. I'm trying to remember. What else happened in this episode? Karen, we went through all of those. Oh, what did y'all think about? I wasn't sure about. Hi, Quilla. How are you? What do y'all think about when Zach showed up to the ultrasound appointment and Miss Lisa moved out the way and told Zach to stand there by the bed? The two fathers on each side of her. I mean, Karen didn't look like she was upset too much about them all being there. She handled it well, which I liked. But I was like, why you couldn't be next to her, mommy? I guess because Aaron was on the other side. I wasn't sure was there anything to make out of that move because Karen kind of looked at Zach is like, oh, okay. He was all happy, but Karen was like, Ma, really? I felt like that's how Karen was looking at her mother, like, what you doing, Ma? Why are you doing that? So I was just wondering what the rest of y'all felt about that scene. I wanted to ask when Miss Lisa moved out the way and let Zach stand near Karen. You know, at least they have the same doctor. They kept changing up these doctors, but they had the same doctor who did the ultrasound. That's Madam's money, regardless. Madam gets her cut by any means. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I get it. They don't die, they multiply. The baby kids. You got that right. I like that Melrose children of the corn with a splash of the demon seed. You know what, baby kids. Them kids is a terror. They a terror. And we can't even say nothing nice. That's bad. They children. We have to change how we think about the bad behind kids. I'm sorry, they bad. They don't listen. They were lying to her. The little boy lied when they first met him. Remember, they were trying to scam her out of some tickets to a sports arena or something like that. They were doing all kind of things to Danny. That ain't cute. And the guys thought it was funny. It's not funny. It's not cute at all. It's really not. I think Miss Lisa wanted both fathers by her side. That's all. Yeah, I was like, it's probably nothing big, but it was just a little funny when she did that. Karen wanted her mom there. I'm glad her mom was there. Miss Lisa needs to be there. She did the right thing and stepped aside. Yeah, because Aaron was on the other side, Zach on the other side. You know what? And then when Aaron said, that's okay. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it and stuff. I was like, wow. And everybody was, she's like, you late. And he's like, my son was sick and I kind of had to get a babysitter. So you see now, Karen, that if something happens with your child, that Zach would go all out to try to be there to help. But he has to take care of the child at home first. So I hope she registered that in her mind that he will be there if he can be there. But you got to give him a minute. Y'all fun so funny. Y'all better stop. I don't think so either about Tamara being important to Madam. Yeah, I don't think Tamara gonna be too important. And yeah, I don't think so. Y'all so crazy. They don't die, they multiply. That was my favorite line in that movie. I was glad how Zach told Karen Fatima sent her best, being that she couldn't have made it. Yeah, I liked him saying that even though it was a lie, but that was nice. She said, next time or whatever. But that was good. That was good. He did that. They going to have another child. Tiffany is going to come up pregnant. Oh boy, that mean they did something. Are you just saying that, Devera? So you making stuff up? That would be funny, because then Danny would know. Danny would know the real deal. Should Tiffany get Tony drunk or something like that and take advantage of him? And he'll probably even call her Danny, and the late Tiffany wouldn't even care. She might get upset, but as long as she thinks she's Danny, she gonna get that. Oh, I like that line Miss Marie said, wait a minute, about her husband. She said if they find out he was cheating, he could leave the same way he came, with a big D and a shopping bag or something like that. I said no, she didn't. So I'm confused. If her man had a big ding-a-ling-a-ling, how was Hayden able to please her? I'm just saying. I'm believing what Fatima said about Hayden. How was Hayden able to please her if he don't have a big ding-a-ling-a-ling? Mm. Inquiring minds want to know. I'm serious. I think Karen wanted her mom holding her hand. She might have, but it's an ultrasound. Why is she holding anybody's hand? It's a damn ultrasound. She ain't giving birth. She ain't pushing. It's a they roll it over your stomach. Why you need to hold anybody's hand while they do that? It's just, I don't know. I don't know how many ultrasounds I done had. Please. I think Zach should have at least text or call Fatima, who was watching. Yes, yes, I do too, Cynthia. I'm with you on that. I'm glad both parents are on the same page as well, Valerie. Yep. Had to make sure Mikey was, yep, they're going to have another. Okay, he had to make sure Mikey was okay, right? But he should have, I think Zach really should have let her know, please do not be surprised. But I had to leave Tip, but he knew she would be upset and he thought he would be back before Fatima got there. He probably, I'm glad she caught him because he probably would have lied about who he had in there. He might have lied. And I would have been disappointed because that's how stuff starts the line. Oh yeah, Big D in a duffel bag. That's right. That's right, Belinda. Tima said it tickled. She said what tickled? Belinda. Fatima said it tickled. I don't know what I'm missing something. Did I miss something somewhere? Oh, okay. I think I should at least. I'm just saying it wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Tiffany wants Tony back so bad she would do anything to get him back. Yep. Yep. She shouldn't have never been at Danny's house. She shouldn't have never walked in. She was all the way wrong. Zach did not hold Karen's hand. No, they didn't. And then I don't think Aaron had her hand either when I checked. I don't recall him having her hand. They were just leaning over the bed. Devera, don't say that. What did Devera say now? Oh my God, Tiffany might turn up pregnant and the show would be called Tyler Perry's Sistas Maternity Ward. Oh my God, Tyler Perry's Sistas Maternity Ward. Oh no, come on now. That would be hilarious. I believe Miss Lisa was just letting the other dad be by her side. Yeah, I think so, and that was nice. Miss Marie said a Big D and a discount duffel. Oh, a discount duffel bag at that. But her walking off with, her cursing back at Pam, that made my day. I said, oh, here go hood Miss Marie. Because a lot of these rich women started off as hood. Just look at Fatima's mother. Fatima's mother acting all bougie and stuff, but she was a hood chick just like Fatima, carrying a gun. And Miss Marie probably was just stern with Andy and them because they're her attorneys. She want to make sure they look out for her money and do right by her. So she has to be harsh on them. But to see this other side of her, first of all of that flirting with Hayden was too much. But I liked her better with Pam. That whole thing with Pam, and she asked Pam, "Are you going down?" and grabbed her hand, and she said, "Oh, that gave me more time to talk about my roots to riches." And she was like, this came about how this, that, and that, and it came to me in a dream. And she said, "Well, let me tell you about my dreams." Miss Marie said. I said, "Oh wow!" And Hayden's looking there, rolling his eyes, like, how unprofessional. I'm like, "Who you talk about, Miss Marie? Because she slept with you." And you slept with her. Y'all the only unprofessional two that I see right now. I think Hayden is small because Tamara is not satisfied after they have sex. That is true. He would not have been truthful. Yes, I agree. He would not have been truthful if he wasn't caught. I think, yep, that's what I think. I really do. So I'm glad he got caught. He came to, but you know you're wrong, Devera, but. I love watching Fatima with Michael. Oh, yeah, Fatima is Mama Bear when it comes to Michael. I think Michael's first word is going to be Mama while he's with Fatima. I love their relationship. I hope he call her Fatima. Fatima, I'll be the what? Fatima. Mommy. Oh, I hope it be something like that. I really do. I'm with you on that, Tanya. I'm hoping so. I do love their relationship. Please, no more pregnancy storylines. Too many babies. I know. Forget Sisters. It's going to be Tyler Perry's babies. They might as well change it. They might as well change it now because it's getting out of hand. Well, no, they had Penelope lose hers. And then they supposed to have Karen lose one of hers. It's going to be a mess. Anyway, it's just that time. Right time. Fatima and Mikey, they do have a great scenes together. They do. I like Miss Marie this episode. I did too. I really liked her energy this episode. Yes, I love the scene with Fatima and Michael. She's a great stepmom. Yep. It's 7:25. I guess that's 8:25 here. Yep. Pam is networking. Do you think Miss Marie will help her with Roots to Riches? I'm wondering because she's already getting help from Aaron. And then I don't know. Somebody need to explain this to me. I never got a chance to ask. Ambassador, what she was asking Maurice to be. Maurice is not reliable. So I don't know what the ambassador thing is. What is an ambassador? Does anybody know? Because I have a small business, but I don't know nothing about being nobody's ambassador. I wasn't sure about it, but if anybody knows, please put it in the chat. It help me understand. Pam is networking. Do you think I love Pam networking? She was like, honey, she said, you better go ahead and try this. And she said, I'm going to do that. She said, oh, great. I was like, you do your thing, Pam, do it. She is making moves. She coming in there. But like I said, I thought those jars were too big. She should give a little bit less. I think she giving away too much product. I'm like, how much edges you got that you need on that big old jar? It felt like it was a big jar to me. But she don't need that much. They need a little jar, remember this, the little film containers? Remember these? I got a film container, y'all. We ain't seen one of these in 100 years. Yep. Need something like that. Don't need nothing big. She need a little so they could dab them edges. She said, I'm coming in. I'm your fairy godmother, Pam. She told her, and I'm coming to fix them edges so that you could be blessed. Bless them edges so they not a mess, right? She gonna bless her edges so they not a mess. I fell out laughing. I said, Pam, I liked Pam this episode as well. I liked Pam's energy, and even Miss Marie loved it. She called her marvelous creature and said, I love her. Never a dull moment here at the law firm, Who do you think Karen will have looking over the salon when she goes on maternity leave? Uh-oh. She can't get upset with Pam then if that's the case. Do you all think all these babies will be on the show? I don't think so, Kathy, but who would she have? Or there might be somebody that's there, one of the salon stylists or something, who they might make that person step up because they might be her head stylist. That's what I would think, something like that. Pam is networking. Do you think Miss Marie will help her? If Miss Marie likes it, I wouldn't be surprised if she helped Pam with it. Still can't believe Miss Marie and Hayden had sex because according to Fatima, says Hayden got a pencil deep. Carolyn, you're a mess. And that's what we all saying too. I can't believe it either. I'm trying to, wrap it around my head, but it ain't staying wrapped. It's just not. I'm hoping Mikey talks to Fatima and gives Zach the mute treatment for a minute just to mess with him. I want her to come in and he run to her and say, Mama, or something like that. Man, I would start crying. I know me. I'm going to start crying if he does something like that. I do. That would be funny, though. Zach would be all... Zach would probably get his little feelings hurt. I hope Mikey call her bonus mommy. That would be so sweet. Oh, yeah, because he calls her that. Fatima would cry because Zach calls her bonus mommy. Yep. I think so. But I don't know about all these babies will be on the show. It's only 2, right? It's going to be 2. Well, the only child now is, well, how old you talk about? You said babies. They might have to skip over 3 years. They forget 3 months. They might have to skip 3 years so they could be walking and talking and stuff. I don't know. What do you think Karen will have looking? I answered that one about the salon. Someone to represent said company by promoting the product and the company. Oh, ambassador. All right. Represents said company by promoting the product and the company. Ambassador is like the spokesperson that promotes a brand, being that he's an influencer too. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, thank you, Belinda and Quilla. Thank you. That would be something. Keep Zach in the dark for a minute, thinking he still can't talk. Oh, maybe wait for his birthday and let him talk and say happy birthday or something like that. Fatima, and they'd keep a secret. I don't know. Cynthia, that would make good TV. Yep. That would. Um, Karen will be pissed when Pam come up. Yeah, she might be. But her mother said, you have a right. She said, it's not that I, what was it? She said, it's not that I, India, she said, you are. And she told her if she didn't address it, that she would grow more. Well, oh, I forgot the words that she used. Oh my God, I forgot what she used. But, oh, just in my face. Her mama, Miss Lisa was right. Miss Lisa was totally right. You know. Hi, Miriam. Hey. Okay. I see how Fatima come up. Valerie. Oh, you see how Fatima come in and go straight to Michael and kisses him. Yep. Saw that too. Yep. Um, I think an ambassador would be someone who promotes the product to others and well as speak publicly on platforms to promote the products, also to do commercials. I don't know if I would have more Reese speak on a platform about my product. I don't know. I'm just saying. He might get too, I don't know, crazy or something and say something offline and mess up. Even though she just as wild too, just as long as Fatima have her baby. I know. I feel like I've read something about the writers are saying that Fatima's not going to be pregnant in Zatima. Did anybody hear something like that? I thought I read that the other day, yesterday somewhere. I can't remember where I saw it. That Fatima is not supposed to be pregnant in Zatima. I hope not. That's not the truth. Yes, you see that it was so cute how she came and greeted Mikey and kissed him. Yep. Hi. Okay, Miriam. Hey everyone that just joined, hit the like button. Okay. Miriam, I did it earlier. I felt like it was the summertime and you wouldn't have choir rehearsal. I was like wondering if you still had choir rehearsal because my choir, we get off for the month of August. And the other choir at my church gets off at the month of July. So we don't have rehearsals on Thursday night. So I was just wondering. I didn't know if you had rehearsal or not. And I did it early, but I was thinking about you. I just want you to know. Okay, it's 7:33. Any more questions? We could wrap it up. I think we hit just about everything. If anything else, everybody say we could go another 10 minutes and then we'll stop. But is there anything else? I never heard Belinda. Yes, I did. Tanya see Fatima give Michael a kiss. She's an excellent mom to him. Yep, she really is. Hey, everyone that joined, please hit the like button before you go. When you come in, yes, you see that's so cute how he came in and greeted Mike. Yeah, okay. Oh no, we're in rehearsal. Okay, so I'll make sure on Thursdays to go back to 8 o'clock because I didn't know. I was like, let me just do it early because I did it early last week, but it was a holiday. You know. I do have a question about Zach's loss. He said in Zatima he couldn't do any more losses. So who else did he lose beside his mom? Well, and he said that. He said that I remember him saying like he thought he almost lost. He thought he almost lost Karen, but I didn't know of any losses. And he said that before. I thought he said it before his mama died. I thought he mentioned that loss thing. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but when he was talking about losses, he said he never lost anybody. That's what he said at first. He first said he never lost anybody. And thank you, Miriam, for understanding. I see you wrote no problem. He said he don't, he never lost anybody, and he remembered Karen almost thought she had died, and that was it. But I didn't know about anybody else. And then his mama died after that because that came after that whole thing with Karen or in Sisters. So I didn't know because he didn't know his father unless he lost a good friend or something to drugs. He didn't lose his brother. And from what I understand, his brother is going to be back in Zatima. I don't know anybody else know anything about that y'all could speak on it because I really don't. And I do remember hearing something like that. Fatima is going to be pregnant on down in Sisters. What? What is that, Vera? I mean, Devera, I think something's missing. No, she's pregnant in season 3 because Zach told her to stop Zakisha. Damn. That's so ghetto, Zakisha. Oh my God. Zach keep coming up with these names. I'm getting sick of it. Zakisha. Ooh, that's ghetto. Mm-mm. Ooh. Oh, that's funny. I'm sorry. I had to. Mm-mm-mm. Zakisha. Okay. Fatima's going to be pregnant on down. Devera, what do you mean when you say on down? That's what I needed. Um, Fatima's going to be okay. I'm thinking it was a foreshadowing of losing his baby with Karen. Oh, but Quilla, wasn't that on Zatima when he said that, or did he say that on Sistas? I thought it was when Zach said that. I thought it was on. Oh, maybe it was on Sistas. I thought it was on Zatima. I'm getting confused now. Correct me now if I'm wrong. I'm thinking it was a foreshadow of losing his baby with Karen. I wonder. Wait a minute, Quilla, are you saying this happened recently? He said that, or are you saying like previous seasons ago? Are you saying seasons ago? Or are you talking recently? Because if you're talking recently, I didn't hear that mentioned recently. Especially for it to be foreshadowing, it would have had to been something that's recent, huh? I remember saying that Fatima's pregnant as Fatima, so she's going to end up pregnant sometime in Sisters. Okay, he said it on Zatima, but with everything going on with Karen, that's what I'm seeing. Oh, okay, I got it. But are these writers that are on Sisters? Are they writing? Does anybody know? Are they writing for Zatima as well? Did he get any new writers for Zatima? And one more thing, I need to ask y'all before we go. What is happening with the Oval? Does anybody know what's happening with the Oval? Because the Oval used to be right along with Sisters. When Sisters came back, the Oval came back like the same week or the next week. And it has been weeks. It's been at least 6 or 7 weeks now. The Oval is what happened with the Oval? Does anybody know? I haven't heard anything. He said on the team about everything going on, Karen. Karen is going to lose one of the babies. I do know that. She's going to lose one of the twins. No shade. I can't see it. Something's in the way. But you hope not. Oh, you hoping not that you're hoping Karen doesn't lose one of the babies. That's what you're saying? He sounds a team with everything going on. Karen's not where. You know, they're gonna do it. They really are. They already had Penelope lose her baby, so it's just I'd rather you not had her pregnant than have all that blood and say she lost the baby. That just did something to me. I haven't heard anything about the Oval, but Ruthless is coming back soon. Oh my goodness, how Ruthless coming back without the Oval? I'm thinking when he said he can't take no more loss was because he almost lost Fatima, his mother. What just happened? Over. Writers to stay where they are. What just happened? I was just reading it and it just disappeared. What the heck is going on? Karen, but with everything going on with Karen, that's what I'm seeing. Karen's going to lose a baby, no shade, but I hope not. Haven't heard anything about the Oval or Rufus coming back. No, I want the writers to stay where they are. That might be Zach's baby, and that's when they say on Sisters Fatima's pregnant. Okay, I was just reading something and it disappeared. I don't know what is going on here. This is crazy. I don't know what happened. Did you delete your message? Did somebody retract their message? And that's what happened? I saw a comment too, and then it disappeared. Okay, I was reading it. I'm like, am I crazy? This, I don't know what I got to get. I got to get a new computer. I got to get a new everything. I keep saying it, but I got repairs that need to be done in the house. So this is not good. And I haven't been doing good with my reviews, y'all. I know I have been falling behind with my shorts and my 2 cent videos and all of that. And I just hope y'all will keep helping me. My watch time has dropped significantly because I've been traveling. So I've been living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden, living my life, living my life. Let me stop. Okay. Anyway, that might be Zach's baby, and that's when they say on Sistas, Zatima is pregnant. Okay, got it. I saw that. I saw a comment too. That okay, yes, it was something that came up and went off. Okay, the new writers are for just for sisters, is what I heard. That person deleted their comment. Okay, that's good. As long as they deleted it, okay. But it didn't look like it was a bad comment. So it looked like a comment that made sense. We understand life is to be lived. That's right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, everybody. I think we hit about everything, but nobody else has heard about the oval. Nothing. Nothing. How many more episodes we got of Sisters? Is Sisters going to end at the end of this month? What do we got? We up to 18. What do we got till 20? I can't even remember anymore. I'm like sleep deprived and everything else. How many episodes do we have of Sisters? Who can remember for me, please? My brain is gone. A person deleted their comment. Oh, well, thank God. Yes, I love Fatima and interaction with little Michael. She's a wonderful stepmother. She really loves little Michael. We understand life is to be living. Yeah, Phil, I agree. I really think someone is going to happen with Karen and the babies. Chandra Childs. Welcome to our channel, Sandra Childs. What's the 4 for? You have for season 4? Oh, we have 4 more episodes? Is that what you're saying? We have 4 more episodes of Sisters? And then they go on hiatus again? If we 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, that's right, there was. I think it was 22 episodes. Thank you. And welcome. I said your name wrong. Shadandria. Shadandria? I hope I'm saying that right. Shadandria. I'm big on pronouncing people's names correctly, so forgive me. Okay, forgive me. Okay, he did say that on Zatima. Okay, 22 episodes. Thanks, Miriam. Hit the like button and the notification button before you leave, please. Yep, because we're about to hang up. Got 22 people in there. Let's get some 22 thumbs up. It ends on August 7th. Oh, great. Oh, so I don't have to bring my laptop. I'm gonna be in Atlanta, y'all. I gotta see my grandkids. So I will have to bring my laptop for those last 2 episodes. I'll be in Atlanta. I'm gonna see if I can go to Tyler Perry Studios while I'm out there. Nope, nothing from the Oval. 22, 4 more episodes, yes. It goes up to 22. Okay, yes, that's it. Okay, we welcoming you, Shadandria. Shadandria, welcome, welcome, welcome. And we hope to see you back next week. It's every Thursday around 8 o'clock. Sometimes I'm flexible in between starting at 7, 7:30 or 8. So just trying to work with everybody. Last week we did 7 only because it was a holiday. Everybody was home. No need to stay up all night, So we work around the clock, and I hope to read comments from you in the comment section. So everybody, woo, I saw his name. I've heard nothing about the Oval officially, just Jeremy's prediction that it may not return. So, oh boy. I haven't spoken to him either. I have to reach out to him. It's been a while since I reached out to Jeremy. So, let's see what happens. Oh, Shadandria said hello to everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We like a family here. So, if anything you want to share before we go, just let us know. Anybody who needs prayer, anybody who needs help. I still wanted us to do a cruise, and I didn't get a chance to do it. We didn't get a chance to do it. But I think we should do a cruise so that we can all meet up from our different areas or whatever and go cruising together. I love it when we're cruising together. Ow! Yes. Anyway, y'all let me know. Good night, everybody. Good night, and let's keep Sherry Elliott in prayer. Sherry Elliott, let's keep her in prayer, everybody. Please do not forget. I love you guys. I miss you guys. And I pray one day we all can meet up and party together and have a blast. That is my dream and that is my goal. Okay, let's make it happen. Good night. Peace.